guys, I'm Grace and I'm going to take you through a workout that focuses on more on your upper body strength and also your core. So let's get started. We'll start with bridging and some footwork just to warm up all of your muscles. So start with 3 red springs and a blue. So that's 3 full springs and 1 half spring. And we're going to lie onto our back. Heels are going to come onto the foot bar, just hip width apart. Make sure that your headrest is nice and flat. Arms are by your side, your tailbone's nice and heavy, and you've got a gap between the small of your back and the carriage. Take a nice deep inhale breath here. You're going to inhale through the nose, expand your ribcage out wide to the side, and exhale, fully release your breath. As you release the breath, I want you to start to imprint the small of your back onto the carriage. Start to peel your tailbone off and then lift your hips up towards the ceiling. And then from here, draw your belly button to your spine, start to roll yourself down 1 vertebrae at a time, and then release your tailbone at the end. And again, exhale, let's start to peel your tailbone off, lifting your hips up towards the ceiling, pressing evenly through both heels, belly button drawing to your spine, and then lowering yourself down 1 vertebrae at a time. Releasing the tailbone at the end. We've got 1 more here, inhaling. Exhale, let's start to peel your tailbone off, lifting hips all the way up towards the ceiling. From here, I want you to come down halfway. As you squeeze through your glutes, send your hips back up nice and high. Inhale, coming down halfway. Exhaling, squeezing through the glutes, sending the hips high. We've got 3 more like this. And 2, think about drawing your bottom towards your heels so you're keeping your carriage in. Last one here, keep your hips up nice and high. We're going to float our right leg into tabletop, and without letting our right hip dip, we want to keep it in line with our left. We're just going to come down halfway, squeeze through our left glute, send the hips high. 4 more like this. And 3, exhaling, lifting for 2. Last one here, keep the hips high. Place your right heel onto the foot bar, float your left leg into tabletop, make sure your left hip's in line with your right. You're going to come down halfway and squeeze through your right glute. We've got 4 more. And 3. 2 to go. And our last one here. Keep your hips high, place your left heel onto the foot bar, roll yourself down 1 vertebrae at a time. And then from here, once your tailbone's anchored, you're just going to press away from the foot bar, lengthen your legs, and then inhaling to bend. Exhale, resisting. Inhaling to bend. Using your breath here, finding length through the legs, and again, pressing evenly through both heels. It's almost like you're reaching through the crown of your head and then reaching through the heels at the same time, so you're creating length through the body. We've got 4 more like this. Your final 3, exhale, pressing away. 2 more here. And our final 1. We're just going to come down halfway, and I want you to float your right leg into tabletop. From here, you've got little tiny pulses up and down. We've got 8 and 7 for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, hold it here. Place your right heel onto the foot bar. Float your left leg into tabletop. Little pulses up and down. We've got 8 and 7 for 6 and 5 for 4, 3, 2. Last one here. Place the left heel onto the foot bar. Press out all the way. Lengthen your legs. Bend your knees. Draw the carriage all the way in. We're going to slide our toes down onto the foot bar now, still hip width apart, keeping the heels lifted. Let's exhale, press away from the foot bar, lengthen your legs. Inhaling to bend. Exhale, pressing away. Inhaling to bend. So we're resisting on the way out and on the way back in, keeping the heels up nice and high. Tailbones heavy, belly buttons drawing to your spine. Using your breath, exhaling as you press away. Inhaling to bend, we've got 4 more here. And 3. For 2. Last one here, keep the legs straight. Let's lower our heels underneath. Lift the heels back up. Let's bend our knees, draw the carriage in, and then exhale, press away. So we're adding in a little calf raise in between pressing out from the foot bar. Exhale, lengthening the legs. Inhaling to lower. Exhaling to lift. Inhaling to bend. Exhale, reaching long. Lowering the heels, lifting the heels. Bending your knees. Getting that ankle mobility and flexibility. How far can you drop your heels underneath the foot bar? And then how far can you lift them back up? Starting to feel the calves engaging. We've got 3 more here. Exhale, pressing away for 2. Last one here. Keep the legs straight, just keep lifting and lowering the heels. Exhaling and then inhaling, just 5 more. And 4. 3 more here. 2. Last one, heels are lifted. Let's bend through your right knee, let your left heel sink underneath. Hold that stretch, get that release through the back of the left leg. Come up through demi-point, let's swap over to the other side. Bend your left knee, allow your right heel to sink underneath. Get that stretch and release through the right side. Coming back through demi-point, you're going to bend through both knees, draw the carriage in. From here, we're going to peel ourselves up. Let's change over just to 1 red spring and 1 blue. So that's 1 full spring, 1 half spring. Lie all the way back down. And just wiggle yourself away from the shoulder rest because we're going to work into our core. Now I want you to wrap your hands around your shoulder rests and float your legs into tabletop. So your tailbone's nice and heavy, your legs are at 90 degrees, elbows are out wide. From here, keeping your knees together, you're going to inhale, drop your legs over to the right. Keep both shoulders attached to the carriage, but your left heel will peel off. And as you drop your legs over to the right, you're going to come to a point where it gets too much. From here, you're going to exhale, use your waist, draw your legs back through center, and then drop them over to the other side. So that point where it gets too much is when you start to feel your shoulder blade, your opposite shoulder blade, start to peel off, and we don't want that. So I really want you to use your waist here. Belly button's drawing to spine. Keep both shoulders nice and heavy. Use your waist to draw your legs back through center. So we're working our obliques, knees are nice and connected. Exhaling. Legs are still at 90 degrees. If you want to add on to this, as you drop your legs over to one side, hold it here. You can extend both legs out nice and long. With straight legs, you're going to exhale, draw them back through tabletop, then back through center, and then bend your legs back into tabletop and then drop them over to the other side. Hold it here, extend both legs long. Use your waist, draw your legs back through center, bend the knees back into tabletop. Inhaling to drop over, reach your legs out long. Exhale, draw them back through center, bend your knees, dropping over to the other side. If this ever gets too much, you can always keep your legs into tabletop. It just takes out that pressure. 1 more either side. Exhaling, using the waist, bend the knees. Last one here, reaching the legs out long. Exhaling, bend the knees. Place your feet nice and wide onto the foot bar and just window wipe your legs off to one side. Get that stretch and release through the back. 1 more either side here. And then coming back through tabletop, you're going to reach back, grab hold of your short loops, and your arms are reaching up towards the ceiling. So you've got tension on your straps, arms are nice and straight, legs are into tabletop. As you exhale, I want you to pull into your straps, draw your hands down by your hips, and then inhale, float your arms up towards the ceiling. Always keep the arms nice and straight. Keep your ribs engaged onto the carriage. Legs are still into tabletop. Tailbone's nice and heavy. If you would like to add on to this, you can add in your chest lift. Inhale to lower down. Exhaling, scooping up. Inhale to lower down. The other option is you can always keep your head down and just focus on the arm movements. 4 more like this. And 3. For 2, wrists are nice and long. Final one here. Hold that chest lift position. From here, keep reaching your fingertips towards a foot bar. You're going to extend your right leg out nice and long. Come back through center, and then your left leg. So coming into almost like a single leg stretch here. Belly buttons drawing to your spine, and really keep reaching with your fingertips towards that foot bar, so that's going to help with that C curve. Using your breath, finding length through the legs. If you would like, you can go a little bit quicker, so we're almost changing and changing. 10, 9, 8, curl up that little bit higher. We've got 6 and 5 for 4, 3, 2, last one here, legs back into tabletop. Lower yourself down, arms reach up towards the ceiling. Well done. From here, pull your hands down all the way by your side. Flip your palms to face towards your hips. Inhale, open your arms out into a T position. Exhale, pull your hands all the way by your side. Inhaling, and then exhaling. So you always want to be able to see your fingertips in your periphery as you open your arms out to the side. Feel your lats engage as you pull down. On this next one, as you pull down your hands by your side, you can extend both legs out long, bend the knees, open the arms. Belly buttons drawing to your spine. 4 more here, finding length through the legs. For 3, final 2. On this next one, extend your legs out long, curl yourself up with your upper body as well. So we're adding on to this one. We're going to open and close our arms and legs as wide as a foot bar. So it's almost like you're making a little snow angel here. If it doesn't feel great in the chest lift position, you can always keep your head down and focusing on the arms and legs. We've got 5 and 4, 3, 2, last one here. Lower the arms, lower the legs, and then just place your long loops onto your shoulder pins. So one at a time. And again, you can separate your feet as wide as a foot bar and window wipe your legs over one side and the other. All right, we're going to peel ourselves up. I'll give you an option to make it a little bit easier. Whoa, that was a bit quick. To make it a little bit easier, you can just have one blue spring. To make it a little bit harder, have one red. So choose your poison. And we're going to come into a kneeling position, facing towards the back. So have your knees a fist width distance away from your shoulder rests. And I want you to wrap your hands around the frame of the reformer. We're coming into our reverse abdominals here. From here, you're going to start to float your shoulders above your wrists. Hold yourself here. On an exhale breath, you're going to float the carriage up to meet your hands, and then inhaling to release. Exhale, floating that carriage up. Inhaling to release. Keep lifting out of your shoulders here. Belly buttons drawing to your spine. And just make sure that you're hinging from the hips. It's not a movement from the shoulders. You want your shoulders above your wrists. And keep working through your lower abdominals. You've got 4 and 3. For 2. Last one here. Keep that carriage up near your hands. Inhale, release just 2 inches. Exhale, draw it up towards your hands. Inhaling and then exhaling. It's like a little pulse through your lower abdominals. We've got 10 and 9 and 8 for 7 and 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one here. Release. Keep your hands exactly where they are. Just tuck your toes under. From here, I want you to press into your feet. Lift up into a plank position. Keep lifting out of your shoulders. Belly buttons drawing to your spine. Keep your gaze down towards the floor. We're holding this here. Legs are nice and strong and they're long. We've got energizing through the legs. Keep lifting out of the shoulders, belly buttons drawing to your spine. If you'd like to add on to this, you're going to float your right leg up. And we're just holding here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the leg, lift the other one up. Keep lifting out of the shoulders, holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the leg. Let's hold the plank. Core's engaged. You shouldn't be feeling this through your lower back. 5 more seconds here. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your knees down. Come into a child's pose position. Keep your hands attached to the steel part of your frame. You're going to come into a little bit of a thoracic extension here. So keeping your arms nice and straight and keeping your bottom attached to your heels. I want you to start to press into your hands. You're going to lift your gaze up and then lower yourself down. And again, exhaling. And then inhaling, so it should feel really nice. Get a bit of a stretch for your upper back. And then lower yourself down. 2 more here. One more. And coming all the way back up. All right. If you have got a red spring, I want you to change over to a blue spring. If you've got the blue spring, keep the blue spring. And we're going to sit onto our bottom, facing towards the back of your reformer. And we're going to thread our feet through the fluffies, so your long loops. Wiggle your bottom close towards your shoulder rests. And you want to make sure that your long loops are nice and even on your legs. From here, you're going to interlace your fingertips together. Place your hands behind your head or behind your neck so it's nice and supported. Elbows are out nice and wide. Keeping your feet firmly pressed against your headrest. I just want you to inhale. Allow your head to drop down towards the springs. As you exhale, you're going to curl yourself up into a chest lift position. So you're inhaling here, and then exhaling, lifting up, belly buttons drawing to your spine. Feet are nice and heavy, so you're taking any tension away from your quads or your inner thighs, and you're just placing all of that pressure into your abdominals. Tailbones heavy, and we're just focusing on knitting through our abdominal section. Belly buttons drawing to your spine. 3 more like this. And 2. Last one here. The next time that you curl yourself up into that chest lift position, I want you to float your right leg into tabletop. Try and draw your nose towards your knee. Lower the leg down, open yourself back over, and then exhale, float your left leg into tabletop. Try and draw the nose to the knee. Lower yourself down. So incorporating our upper abdominals with our lower abdominals. Tailbone still nice and heavy. Exhaling. Inhaling here. Curling up that little bit higher each time. Belly buttons drawing to your spine. And make sure you're not wobbling from side to side on your hips. So you want both hip bones to be nice and heavy. If this ever gets too much, you can always take the long loops off. To make it a little bit harder again, we're going to do double legs. So both legs float up into tabletop. Inhale, toe tap down both legs. Exhale, scooping up. Inhaling to open out. Can we do 5 more here? And 4, you can always minimize the movement if you need to. For 3. And 2. Last one here. Keep yourself lifted without letting the carriage move. Let's extend your right leg out. Come back through center. Then the left leg. And then the right leg. Make sure that the straps are still nice and even. Then the left leg. If you want, you can draw your opposite elbow to your opposite knee. So coming into a crisscross position. Don't let that carriage move. Holding nice and still, your abs should be on fire. We've got 4 more here. And 3. For 2. Last one here, coming back through tabletop, lower the legs down. Relax through the upper body, take a little breather here. Come up, let's unthread your feet from those long loops and we're placing them back onto your shoulder pins. We're going to keep the blue spring because we're going to come into our side kneeling arms. So bringing your legs right up against your shoulder breast. You're going to grab hold of the long loop with your left hand. Your right hand's going to come onto your hip. From here, we're going to pull into that left arm. We're going to draw it across our body and extend the arm. Inhaling, drawing it back. So you can either look towards the hand if you like, or if you get motion sickness, it's probably not a good idea. Just keep your gaze forward. Hips are tracking forward, shoulders are down. If it ever gets too much on a blue spring, you can always change to a yellow, so a high yellow, and grab hold of your short loops. Or if you feel like it's not strong enough by grabbing hold of the long loop on the blue spring, you can always grab hold of your short loop. So you've got options here. With 3 more here. And 2. Last one here. On this next one, let's grab hold of the long loop with your right hand. Left hand's coming onto the hip. Keep the right arm at a nice 90-degree angle from your shoulder. And we're just reaching your right arm up towards the ceiling, and I want you to slowly control it back. Exhaling, reaching up. Inhale to slowly control it back. So you should start to feel your lats engage on the right side. It's nice and controlled here. We've got 4 more. And 3. For 2. Last one here. Nice, guys. Let's place that long loop onto the shoulder pins. We're going to swap over to the other side. So facing towards the back, let's grab hold of your long loop with your right hand. Left hand's coming onto your hip. We're going to draw the arm across the body, extend the arm. Draw it back across the body. Shoulders are square, hips are nice and square. You can have a slight squeeze through your glutes. Shoulders are down. Keep working through the right arm. Remember, you can keep your gaze forward if you would like. Otherwise, you can follow your hand with your gaze. We've got 4 more here. Keeping the wrist nice and long for 3. 2 more. Last one here. Nice, guys. Let's grab hold of that long loop with the left hand. Let's bring it out to the side of the shoulder. Exhaling, reaching it up. Inhale to slowly control it down. Exhaling and then inhaling here. Four to go. Final 3. Shoulders are down. 2 more. Gazes forward. Last one here. Place a long loop onto your shoulder pin. Let's change over to one red spring and step to the left of your reformer. Place your toes underneath the knob. Place your at the side of your carriage, at the side of the foot bar, and then place your right foot up against your shoulder rest. You can keep your right knee down. I just want you to send the carriage away. So you're coming into a hip flexor stretch and release to finish. So hips are forward. Shoulders are down, gaze is about 1 meter in front. If you want to feel it a little bit more, you can lift off your right knee and get a deeper stretch. Taking a nice deep belly breath. Draw that carriage all the way in. This time, let's straighten both legs. Keep your hips square. Send the carriage away. You might start to feel it behind your left calf or left knee. This should feel like a bit of a hamstring stretch or a bit of a release through the left leg. Well done. Let's draw the carriage in and let's scoot over to the other side. So have your right toes in line. You might have a part of the foot bar that sticks out. Otherwise, if your foot bar is all connected, you can have it just in line with that. And then send the carriage away, keeping the hips forward. All nice and square. Shoulders are down. Taking nice deep belly breaths. You can lift off the back knee if that feels good for you. Just make sure that your right knee is in line with your right ankle. Let's draw the carriage all the way in, straighten both through both legs, and then send the carriage away so you get your nice hammy stretch and release. And let's draw the carriage all the way in. You guys are all finished for today. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you really enjoyed it and got an ab workout and an arm workout. And I'll see you guys again next time. Bye.